Hey, it's me, Vay, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different, because this isn't going to be a Minecraft video. In fact, this is going to be a devlog about a game I've been working on recently. Which, for the time being, I'm going to be calling Prototype, even though the name is probably going to change in the future. We'll get to that later. So, anyways, because I only really did a few things so far, I'm just going to talk about what the game is for a second. Basically, the core concept is it's a movement shooter about robots fighting robots. And, yep, that's basically it. Okay, I'm kidding. Well, kind of. The core concept of the game is you're a guy piloting a robot suit, fighting other people in robot suits that have been hacked and trapped inside the robot suits, and your goal is to basically free everyone from these robot suits, which I think is an interesting concept. It has some interesting limitations, like you can't really kill the people because you're trying to save them, so there's a lot of things you can't do. You can't really incentivize you killing them because, that's not really the point. And then also you have to make all the enemies practical in the real world, which I don't have to do, but I'm going to try to do because it might help make it more believable, potentially. I don't know. Which I think for my ideas I have, concepts I have right now, I think that it should work pretty well. So anyways, your suit has all kinds of cool movement abilities, because, after all, it is a movement shooter. So it kind of helps explain why you can do double jumping and stuff, because you just have a suit on. Your character is called the Nameless One, and the suit's called Vanguard. If you get that reference, then good job. If not, it doesn't really matter. But kind of meant to be, the character doesn't talk, similar to other characters in this similar genre. That way you can kind of project yourself into the character a little bit, because this guy's, or girl, as never really explicitly said, is just a normal person that just wears this really cool suit, and that's what gives them their special abilities. It's kind of the whole thing with the suits. I don't really have a good name for them quite yet, but I'll be coming up with that later. It attaches into your brain, so you just have to think about what it does, which is why everybody has one, because you just walk around without having to do any work. Which, it's kind of spoilers for the story, but not really, because you should learn it pretty early on. So anyways, let's just get started with what I did. Hey, just interrupting the video here for a second to remind you to like and subscribe and do all the other things YouTubers tell you to do. Because, it's free, it helps out the channel, and I'm probably trying to get to some amount of subscribers in some amount of time, so you better subscribe now to become part of the Some Number Club. So of course it's a movement shooter, so the first thing I wanted to do is get the movement done, because otherwise it'd just be a shooter. Nobody likes shooters. Wait. Anyways, so I loaded up into a new Unreal project, and then deleted the project, and then made a new one, and then deleted it. I don't remember why I did this. I don't remember why I did that, but I don't remember why I did that. But anyways, the first thing I wanted to do was change the movement from a normal shooter to a movement shooter. So I spent a really long time trying to figure out how to do that, only to realize you just click here, and then boom, look at the side panel. There's all these options right here. For example, a double jump. You just set the bar from 1 to 2. It's that simple. If you're getting into Unreal Engine, this is the first thing you should know. But after some changing around, making your jump height higher, giving you double jump, making you faster, etc., I was pretty happy with the movement that it had. So I decided to do some sort of a slide mechanic, which I'm going to do a little bit of work on, hopefully in the next, in between this one and the next one, adding more features, movement features. But essentially, I just found a tutorial and I copied the first half of the tutorial. Basically, it just uses this one thing right here, I forget what it's called, but it'll be on the screen, and it just shrinks the height of you. And I realized, oh, you can just use the same thing and just change your speed and how high you can jump, which it took me a really long time to figure out how you find the speed variables and stuff, which is another thing of me just not looking very hard enough. You just need to search up, go to the player actor, whatever the thing's called, and then find the set, and then there's all the variables there. You can just scroll down far enough. But that took me a really long time to figure out. And once I did that, I unlocked a whole bunch of new things that I'm going to do. I'll probably do some more with in the future. But right now, as you can hopefully see on screen, when you press control, you have your speed go faster, and you also get shorter, which is kind of like a dash or a slide. Not really, because you can just hold crouch before you've moved, and then you can just move forward sliding, which doesn't really make sense, and you also don't have any momentum, which also doesn't make sense. But you can't jump, which is why Yoke also can use it in the air, which doesn't make sense. So my plan is to make it so when you jump it cancels the slide, and then also make it so you can't slide in the air. I'm not going to worry about having it so you can just start sliding, because maybe it's just like rollerblades or something like that. I don't know, because you have a suit, so you can just make it do whatever basically. And then I'm going to add like a dash ability, which is kind of going to be a similar thing, but it just moves you forward a little bit. You can use it in the air and on the ground, which should be a decent amount of movement mechanics. Hopefully I'll have those done by next devlog and I can elaborate on them then. Another thing I did was create like a little bit of an environment, which you've been seeing throughout the video, hopefully. If not, I don't know what you've been seeing, but basically I just made an enclosed area and moved some things around. I didn't really do much. I also made a little upper area, like a ledge area. This isn't really important to the devlog. It was something I did because of some reason, I don't know. Also, as you can see, probably by the video, or maybe I turned it off, I don't know, there's a little bit of UI, which at first you might think that it would get a bit annoying having like the bits. It's meant to be like your helmet, which I don't know if I have a helmet design to show right at the moment or not, but I probably won't have it, so you'll probably see it probably in the next devlog or the one after. We'll see. Maybe later on, I don't know. The little black or dark gray shapes on the bottom, sides, and top are meant to be like the part of the helmet visor obscuring your vision. At first I think it might seem that it would be kind of distracting, but just moving around, which granted isn't really playing a game, it kind of just gets blurred out by your peripheral vision a little bit, and then also it's slightly transparent, which doesn't really help a whole lot. It doesn't really make sense either, but it helps too. Also, you can see the little circle at the bottom with the 0, in the middle. That's basically like, you know, like with like Iron Man and other kind of suits, they have like the little like circle thingy majigger on the side. I don't think it really does anything. It's just there to look cool. But that's the thing. It looks cool. So I just made it so it's gonna be your health, and you're gonna have armor potentially. I might end up removing that. We'll see. But that's a little circle there, and then the 0 in the middle is gonna be an ammo counter. So I have a couple ideas of how I might end up doing that, but for now it's. I haven't implemented that. You also can see the very high quality gun model I did. I don't know why I changed the gun model or why I made it so the bullets shoot faster and glow, because I'm just going to delete that anyways and replace it with some new code in the next devlog, basically. Hopefully. I'm kind of rambling at this point, aren't I? But anyways, that's the extent I've done so far. So what I'm hoping to do in the future is next devlog I'm going to try to learn Blender, so the next devlog might just be that. And then I'm also going to finish up the movement mechanics. I might add wall jumping, I don't know, I'm still on the edge. Like the video if you want wall jumping, and then also like the video if you want wall jumping. And then I also might do, or what I will do, is like some kind of like ledge grabbing where you can pull yourself up, like in the hit movement shooter Fortnite, the mantling ability. I don't think you call it an ability, feature, I don't know, mechanic, that's the word I was looking for. So those are the things I hope to do before next devlog, and then next devlog will be about hopefully adding guns, or trying to add guns, I don't know, and also the design, which is two ways the design can go. Either realistic, which is one of the reasons why I chose Unreal Engine, so I might go with that, but it's going to be really hard for me to do, or kind of like 8-bit, not 8-bit, but, you know, like pixelated, I don't know, if it happens, which it probably will happen, you'll see what I mean. So yeah, like the video if you want to see it be realistic, and also like the video if you want it to not be realistic. We'll see, it'll probably end up not being realistic because I don't want to have to learn how to make realistic models and textures, because that seems like a big pain, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, I think that's enough rambling for this video. It seems to be probably a decent length, I don't know, we'll see. I hope that you guys are okay with me not doing Minecraft videos for a little bit. This game will hopefully turn out good, we'll see. I sure hope it'll turn out good, if not, oh well. Anyways, I will probably see you next week.